All right, shalom, shalom. It's the brother Yahweh Shapat coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone who teach and rule well in these scriptures. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Hey, shalom to you brothers, shalom to you brothers and sisters who are listening and learning. This is going to be a quick lesson, man, because, he is creating a lot of these V's, and then he's trying to pass out these vaccines to, combat these diseases that he's, creating, or rather, making. A lot of these diseases and viruses, man, they're created in labs, they're held in labs, and can be released into the public at ease will. Because just a second ago I said these V's, I meant viruses. So I'm trying to be as slick with my words as I can, for lack of better words. But this is going to be a quick lesson, man. Just encouraging and exhorting brothers and sisters to go to your local herb shop. Get on Google if you have a pain or a certain complication. Look up what herbs will help with that. Cut out going to Esau, man, for help, because all he's gonna do is give you some poisonous ass pills, which I'll get into that later into the lesson. But I just want to do a small lesson on the importance of herbs, man, and natural healing. And I want to get Book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 38:4. Well, actually, I'm gonna kind of go into this whole chapter, so I'll start from the top. This is Ecclesiasticus 38:1. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which he may have of him, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai hath created him. Now we're gonna go to the etymology of the word physician. Bear with me. Let's see. We're gonna get this. So let's see what else they have to offer on this page, on this site. Yeah, when you're getting your pills, and all you fucking niggas out there, man, who are addicted to these pills, this what do they call that shit? That lean, promethazine, and all that's poison, man. That's sorcery that you're involving in. And these niggas glorify and they do idolize these pills, man, and that other liquid medicine. You know, you niggas are into idolatry because whatever you put before the Most High, it's idolatry, man. It's a form of idolatry. You know, these niggas put them pills and all that other shit before drinking. But you know, who does that go back to? It goes back to Esau, the so-called white man, who is the administrator of these drugs. The sorcerer, or rather, the wizard and witches of the medical industry. So it says the use or the administering of drugs. It says sorcery, magical arts often found in connection with idolatry and fostered by it. It says Galatians. Let's see what it's saying. It has some scriptures. Okay. Galatians 5:20. And bear with me, Yaki and Baba Kashai. Okay. These are good precepts, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into those scriptures because they have it in the New Revised Version, I believe. So I'm going to get it in the KJV. And, yeah, man, that shit probably call all y'all about some y'all shot. That's a booster to this lesson. Yeah, man. So we go back to Ecclesiastes, the 38th chapter, because Dr. Sabi would be a physician. These doctors, like the doctors, like you've seen them on TV, those are physicians of no value, you know? So we'll go into Ecclesiastes, the 38th chapter, and hopefully y'all can get those other precepts. It says, for the Most High, this is verse 2, for of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. So the Lord created medicines out of the earth. He didn't tell us to put this poison together and this poison together and make an official, even more powerful poison to heal ourselves, you know? And like I said, going into the etymology of the word physician, true physicians will deal with natural science, the natural science of healing, you know? And like I said, the best guy I can think about is Dr. Sabi. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there are other men and women who are into holistic health, but he's the one who received a very, very high level of notoriety is concerning these things, concerning herbs and natural healing in itself. So the next scripture I want to get is Job 3:14. So like actually it's Job 13:4. This is Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Hey, these so-called white people, these Edomites that are in these positions of physicians, they're forgers of lies, they're physicians of no value. You know? A physician that you can meet that has like his own little, makeshift shop, or he sells his herbs from home or whatever. That guy holds more weight than these so-called white people. And see, Esau will put him out of the way to stop him from getting, from stepping on their toes, so to speak, because that's what they did to Dr. Sabi. They kind of, discredited him and tried to take him to court and all that stuff. Because he came up with a cure for AIDS, There are herbs that will heal most sexually transmitted diseases, man. You know, there are herbs for everything, and that's the point. Ecclesiastes 38:4. The Lord have created medicines out of the earth. He who is wise will not abhor them. So if you are feeling sick or whatever, you don't go and trust your enemy, which is Esau. You don't go and trust him and get some Maxine. You know what I'm saying? You know? Hey, man, if you feeling sick, man, look up the herbs for it. Because I can say this from experience. I've had a weird things happen to me, and I know the Lord allowed it to happen just to show me the power and the healing of the herbs. It's been things that I won't just speak on them, but it's things that I've ran across, man, and I look up what herbs heal that and take those herbs, and I don't have to go to the hospital. Esau ain't gonna do nothing but not help you, or he gonna give you some pills, send you home, and charge you $2,000 for sitting in a fucking emergency room for an hour. They're not here to help you, man. They're here to keep you coming back to them. And they're drug dealers. Drug dealers don't help you. They want you to keep getting high and keep putting money in their pockets. That's all these doctors are legal drug dealers, man. They're drug peddlers. You know? And they're into sorcery. And any of you niggas out there that's into selling pills or selling lean or drinking lean and taking pills, you're into sorcery, and you've been tricked into sorcery by this goddamn devil, man. Hey, when I was in the world, I used to be into certain pills or whatever, man. But when I came into the truth, I stopped that shit, and I ain't turned back. I ain't looked back. The Lord has been taking a lot of you niggas out, which is mainly Esau falling a victim to these opioids and things. But I know a few jakes, man, and I'm pretty sure brothers do, a few jakes that have overdosed off of these drugs and shit. And that's your judgment from the Lord. You want to just glorify this poison and take this poison day in and day out, and the Lord decide that's how he gonna take your ass out of here, man. But I brought these scriptures out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmi. I was shy to say this, man. Whatever is wrong with you, look up the herbs for it. Don't trust Esau. Don't go to Esau for nothing if you don't have to. It needs to be really, really bad to the point you can't help yourself if you going there to eat for some help, man. They're forcing this Maxine they're pushing it very, very heavily. And if you know what that Maxine is gonna do to you, man, what it will do to your body. It will change the makeup of your DNA. It will replace strands of your DNA with synthetic mRNA. I believe that's what it's called. So that's gonna change your whole genetic makeup. Esau can inject that technology, that nanotechnology into your body. And if he can do that, he can pretty much control you. If you control the blood, you control the body, man. So you got to think, man, be careful before you let somebody push some unknown substance that's killed many others. There's information out here on this substance that it's dangerous, and they don't even know the full effects it can have on people. Why would you trust these goddamn devils to take that, man? Hey, there are herbs for the common cold. There are herbs for sinus infections. There are herbs for period cramps for you women. There are stones for different health issues as well. The stones help with different things. So, man, you got to get into the stones. You got to get into the herbs. Just to name a few, Gotu Kola will, cleanse your pineal gland, decalcify your pineal gland. Ginkgo biloba will help you focus, and it also improves circulation, I believe. Black walnut and wormwood is a good cleanser. Black seed oil is a good cleanser. Turmeric and cumin and different things of that nature. And these are just a few herbs to name that I know. Echinacea and golden seal helps with upper respiratory infections and sinuses, anything that has to do with basically your cold and cough and things of that nature. Hey man, and those are just a few herbs that, I found out about through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. There are many other herbs, but you have to really, really bite down and get on Google and get into these things, man, while you still have time to do so. I want to get into these precepts that I found, so bear with me on that. Baba Kashah. This is Revelations 9 and 21. I'm going to get Revelations 9 and 21. And it says, neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts. Hey, you taking that vaccine is sorcery, man. And it's idolatry. For you to give somebody so much power over you, that is a form of idolatry, man. Hey, and if you take that chip, you telling Esau, you are my God. The Lord gonna set your ass up to take a fucking missile, man. If basically, I'm putting this out there through the spirit. If you're dealing with any of this man's medicine, especially those pills that make you addicted, Percocets and Xanax and a Vicodin, just to name a few, you're into sorcery. And you don't have to be into that, because whatever the hell is going on with you, whether it's for your mood, whether it's because you can't stay focused, there are herbs for everything, man. Stop giving this man so much power over you, man. Stop falling a victim to his witchcraft and to his sorceries, man. Be free of the bondage that came with us being under this man for so long. Esau has fucked us all the way up royally, especially with the crack cocaine hitting Jake neighborhoods. That destroyed us not only as family units, but as a people. And that was nothing but the curses. But who's to blame for that? Esau is, man. The Tuskegee experiments. Hey, this goddamn devil is set up to take you Jakes out, so you can't trust him, man. Now, it's one thing to be into all of that bullshit, taking those pills and stuff if you don't know no better. But a lot of Jakes do know better. They just choose to live like that. They choose death over life. They know what taking these pills do to you in the long run. They know that they could overdose. A lot of you niggas, that's just y'all lot to die off some damn pills that make you itch. When did it become cool to be a fucking junkie, man? Hey, this generation is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So excuse my French. This generation is through. I'll say that. This is Revelations 18, and I'm going to give verse 23. It says, and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. And what is Esau's sorceries, man? It is not limited to his TV shows and the media. That's a big part of their sorcery. But also, you got to deal with these pills that they get everybody addicted to, this medicine that they get everybody addicted to, the sorcery that they put and they use food as a weapon. They have weaponized food and drug administration. There is drugs in our food, man. That's why you get addicted to certain foods. That's why you have cravings for certain foods. You know, the only time you should be craving something is if your body needs nutrients. If you have nutrients and you're craving for something, that's you jonesing, meaning you fiending. You know, Esau is pumping food with drugs. That's why we gotta watch what we eat, man. And as brothers in this truth that know better, we gotta try to eat better. I'm doing that myself, man. Just trying to cut out chips and sweets and just, certain foods. But yeah, man. Getting back to verse 23. This is dealing those verses were dealing Revelations 9 and 21 and Revelations 18 and 23 is dealing with Esau's sorcery. And you see how I went to that site and it linked the making of pharmaceutical drugs to sorcery in the scriptures. Hey, they were on point. He was on point with that. And if you taking these drugs and you're heavily into these drugs, you're into sorcery, man. I'm going to get Galatians, this scripture in Galatians, and then I'm going to close out with that. Lord will. This is Galatians 5. And let's see. This is Galatians 5 and verse 17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanliness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, hearsays, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revilings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shah. So going into being addicted to something, if you putting that before Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shah, and especially if you're taking, let me see. Basically, if you putting it before Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shah, it's idolatry. And hey, man, we've already dealt with going into that word, the root word for pharmacy, which is pharmakia. It's witchcraft, man. Being into pills and being into this man's sorcery is witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is shining light on these things, man, shining light on us to bring us out of this darkness that we were engulfed in. Like I said, you could be taking these pills and taking part in this and not doing it because you're addicted, but just because that's all you know. Well, it's out there, man. Herbs are out there. The usage of herbs and what herbs you can use for certain things is out there. The information's out there. You have no excuse. Because if you don't stop and take the pure alternative, which is the herbs, to healing yourself, then that means that you're into witchcraft and you're into idolatry and sorcery. It's just like when we tell a person the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shah and they keep calling on God and Jesus Christ after they've been told many times, you have no cloak or covering for your sin. So, hey, man, get into the herbs, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to close out with that. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Until the next one, I say shalom.